champions and the boxing superstars, where are you? I'm waiting, let's fight. I'm the most avoided boxer.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so we're still taking a nice little stroll through Ota City, Tokyo, you know, the hood, my Japanese hood. And I wanted to talk about something that me and my dad had a conversation about. So this video, shout out to my pops. This video is actually influenced by a video from a conversation I had with my pops about boxing. Now, about 2 weeks ago, Joshua Buasti had his fight against the dude, Powell, Steven, or whatever his name was. And, you know, I didn't get a chance to watch the fight in its entirety, but I seen some highlights. And, you know, for lack of a better term, he didn't light the world on fire. Like, that wasn't the kind of performance. If you're Ben Shalom, who just signed this guy and made a big deal about this guy, and, you know, there was all this hoopla about Buasti, about him now being back on Sky Sports, and, you know, he wanted people to see his fights, and that's why he left his own, and Eddie Hearn and all that stuff. This wasn't the kind of performance you were trying to see out of him. Going the distance with a guy like Powell, Steven, or whatever his name is. And my dad said it best when we talked, and I think I agree with him. I don't think so. I definitely agree with him. He said that Joshua Buasti is becoming the British Demetrius Andrade, and I gotta concur with that. I gotta agree with him on that, because let's define what is Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade is a highly skilled, high-level fighter who, if he ever put it all together, could be an excellent, you know, a top grade A++ fighter, and really maybe go to the Hall of Fame. Like, he has Hall of Fame type of talent. And Joshua Buasti, he's got, you know, I don't know about Hall of Fame type of talent, but he's got, you know, upper echelon type talent, you know. And the thing is, the reason why we haven't been able to see how great Buasti is the same way we haven't been able to see like how great Andrade is. They get in their own way through bad business decisions or listening to the wrong people, and they block their own careers from progressing. So when I'm watching him fight Powell Steven, seeing him not look his best, you know, it's been a while, really. It's been a while since Joshua Buasti really looked like, you know, a top grade, upper echelon fighter. And the thing is, like, I'm not an idiot. Like, just because he didn't get a knockout doesn't mean he had a bad performance. Like, he did some things good in the ring. It's just when you're fighting a guy at that level, and you're, you know, Joshua Buasti, you know, all this pedigree, supposed to be one of the best light heavyweight contenders in the world. You got to show levels and class, and I didn't really see that from him. Like, it wasn't a close fight. You know, he wasn't in danger, but like, fuck, man, like, get a knockout. Let people know, let these people know that you're here and you mean business, like, and that you shouldn't be taking that as some sort of joke, you know. Because right now, a lot of people are taking Joshua Buasti as some sort of joke, and he shouldn't be looked at that way, because the guy, I think from what I could see and from what I can, you know, observe of him, he seems like a stand-up guy. But it's just like he's ridiculous. He turned on a title shot at Bivol. Now it looks like Boxer and Ben Shalom, and they're trying to angle him towards a fight with Dan Aziz for the British title. I mean, come on, you turn on a title shot with Bivol, and now you're gonna be out here trying to fight Dan Aziz. I mean, tell me this. You guys can't tell me this don't sound like the British version of Andrade. Andrade could have fought Johnny Beck for the title. Could have defended his belt against Johnny Beck last year. Then he could have fought Zach Parker for the interim, which would have positioned him for a fight with Canelo. And he turned down all of that. He turned down all of that to sign a PBC and go and fight Desmond Nicholson. And the thing is, that was January. We're in May. Ever since Andrade fought Nicholson, we ain't heard from him since. We ain't heard from him yet. So it's not like he signed PBC, got the fight, and then all of a sudden decided that he was going to be more, you know, relevant in the media and in boxing. No, he's went AWOL on us again, you know. So it's like, it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing, and I hate to see it, because just like Andrade, you know, I liked Buasti. I was a huge Buasti fan when he first came out. I really thought he was going to go on to become Eddie Hearn's best fighter in his stable. Like, I had some high hopes for the guy. I thought highly of him. Still do as a fighter, but I just think he's a lot like Andre. Like, he's just getting in his own way, and he's like plateauing, and it's sad. It really is sad to me. So, yeah, at this moment in time, that's what I'm going to label him until further notice. Joshua Buasti, the British Demetrius Andrade. So, make of that what you will. But switching gears, because this is a two-part video, I wanted to give my thoughts on Ben Whittaker, because he fought on the card as well. And, you know, Ben Whittaker's he's in those, like, infancy stages of his career as a prospect in boxing. And he got a knockout and against a guy he was supposed to knock out. Like, he did what he was supposed to do. But what I wanted to discuss is, like, the fact that I think Ben Whittaker is going to be a net positive. I think he'll be great for British boxing, and just boxing in general, because, you know, people, I think people are very funny. Like, people say they want a guy who's entertaining, who has a personality, who's themselves. And then when you get a guy who actually is being himself, who is a personality, then they don't like the guy, and they say, oh, well, you know, he's arrogant and he's cocky and we don't like him and someone needs to humble him, right? So it just goes to show you, like, you can't win for losing in this world. That's why you should never really get too wrapped up in what people think about you, because one day they love you and one day they hate you. One day someone likes my, same thing of me. One day someone likes my content and the next day they say I don't know shit about boxing. I've had people turn on me plenty of times. You know, it's just how life is. Human nature is very fickle. So I say that to say that Ben Whittaker, he's had some crazy claims in the past. Like, not crazy claims, but he just believes in himself a lot. He stated, well, before he even turned pro, that he believes he's going to be the best, greatest British boxer ever. You know, he has a very boisterous personality. For this fight that he had on Joshua Buasti's undercard, he was dancing on his way to the ring, and he was kind of imitating one of Prince Nassim Hamed's old entrances, and that's rubbing people the wrong way. And a lot of people that I'm seeing in the comments and on social media from the UK, they want to see Benjamin Whittaker get beat, and I think it's kind of corny, because he is, after all, your guys. He won a medal for you guys in the Olympics, and you know, he could fight. Like, I've seen Ben Whittaker. I've seen him train a little bit in the gym. I met him. I had the opportunity, because he does his camps down in South Florida with Sugar Hill. I mean, he's got a great coach behind him too. That's gonna train him in a fashion to try to get knockouts and not be a. I mean, he like, I don't get it. Like, Ben Whittaker's awesome. I'm listen. When it comes to them young British fighters, I'm 1000% team Ben Whittaker. I love Ben Whittaker because of the fact that he's got what I call, he's got the X factor. He's got the X factor, you know. It's an intangible quality that you can't necessarily quantify or measure, but when you see it, you know it. I think he's got it. I feel like he's gonna make some real damage in the pros, because, you know, you look at his frame. He's long, tall, rangy, can punch, athletic. You know, moves very well around the ring. You know, seems to have a good understanding of distance. Got a great coach behind him. I mean, I feel like he's got a lot of things going in his favor. Really, he can be as, I think Ben Whittaker has the type of talent to where he can be as good as he wants to be. The only thing that will get in his way is him. That's how I really feel. I feel like, he's got, I think, 2 or 3 fights in the pros now. I'm saying about, like, you know, somewhere between his 12th and his 14th fight, he should either be fighting for a world title or he should be right there, because I think that's how good he is. I think that's the kind of talent we're talking about here, you know. So yeah, man. If you want, either way, look, whether you love Ben Whittaker or hate Ben Whittaker, I think he's just gonna be good for British boxing and boxing in general, because people are gonna tune in to see him. They're gonna tune in to see his entrances. They're gonna tune in to see him get knockouts, and there's gonna be a big segment of people that tune in to see him lose. So either way, as long as they tune in, they tune in. And as long as they pay, they pay. You know, Floyd Mayweather once said it best. Some people pay to, because they love me. Or no, some people pay to watch me win. Some people pay to watch me lose, but they still pay. So that's all that matters. And I'm looking forward to seeing how his career develops. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on Ben Whittaker. And what the hell did we talk about at the beginning of this video? I forgot. Whatever I talked about at the beginning of this video, that's my thoughts on that too. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding being here. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.